All right, guys, before we get started with the show, we have to shout out our amazing sponsor. It is Freeze Pipe, everybody. Okay, Freeze Pipe is the best. Ever experienced the agony of harsh smoke? That's burning and coughing attacks after smoking cannabis. We've all experienced that. The solution is Freeze Pipe, guys. The secret is freezable glycerin chambers that cool smoke by over 300 degrees. From pipes to bongs, there's a chilly solution for you that's going to remove the afterburn and help reduce coughing, guys. It's a whole new thing. It's smoother. It's not harsh at all. American owned and with over 100,000 happy customers. Ditch harsh smoke forever by visiting thefreezepipe.com. Use code Virzi, that's VIRZI, for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com and code Virzi for 10% off. Shop today for free shipping. What's up, everybody? Oh, I got to make sure this is... Oh, here we go. Your default microphone. Let's see if I got the right microphone on here. Okay. Yes. All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to the Virzi Effect Podcast Show. Technical difficulties right out the gate, because that's what happens when you don't have a producer and you're by yourself. Look, lights are fucked up. It's all fucked up, everybody. How are we? How the hell's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing great. You guys listening to episode 617. I'm a mess in my studio right now. And here's the other thing, guys. I'm in my home studio and I smell I think what is a dead animal. Not like heavy in here, but I don't know what my dog might have killed outside because the window's not far. I don't know if my dog killed something and as it was hurt, it ran into a wall. Something is going on downstairs in the basement, and we're going to have to figure that out. Anyway, how the hell is everybody doing? I hope everybody had a good, healthy, happy time in between shows. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope the sound is on. I hope the lights and cameras are working. If not, whatever. I'm just going to do my thing here. And hopefully things work out. I'm going solo again, guys. The solo shows, I'm having fun. You guys are liking them. Please subscribe to the Virzi Effect everywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. I know a lot of you guys just like to listen to the audio, but we are on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel and just click the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. Going to be having a lot of stuff coming out on YouTube, especially stand-up. A lot of stand-up is going to be blasted on my YouTube channel pretty soon, so you guys can see more of that. And there you go. So let's get into this episode. Before I start talking some shit, I want to say thank you to everybody who came out Saturday night, June 8th, to the Gramercy Theater in New York City. You guys did not disappoint. Hey, your boy did not disappoint. I'm not going to lie. I had a good time. It was a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as I did. It was so cool. And here's a real cool thing about it. Your boy had some New York Knicks in the building. That's right. Shout out to Deuce McBride of the New York Knickerbockers, who came with some people to see me. That was cool. We had it was amazing. We had some people in there. We had some actresses in there. We had some sports people in there. It was just a lot of fun. Shout out to the Stand Restaurant and Comedy Club for being amazing hosts to us for the after party. Shout out to Chris and Paul Italia. They had the pizzas going. They had the filet mignon bruschetta going. They had the shrimp scampi going. It was amazing. It was such a good time. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. The cocktails were great. Everything was great. Here's a funny thing that happened. And this is your boy Paul Virzi in a nutshell. We had T-shirts made specifically just for the show. Now, before I say this, let me say that, as you guys know, if you're a fan of me and you've seen me on the road, I'm not a big merchandise comedian. I'm not a comedian that sells shit on the road. It's just not kind of what it's not really what I do. I'm not, hey, I got stickers, I got pins, I get my t-shirt. That's just not really me. Back a long time ago when I had an album, I sold the album. Oh, here, right here. Do I have it? Yeah, here. This was my album, my first album, Night at the Stand, 2015. It's like literally the year 14 or 15 was the year like discs died. So we had like 500 copies made and then you could buy them online. But that I sold, but I'm just not a big, hey, come buy my shit comedian. It's just not really who I am. But I'm doing the Gramercy Theater, New York City. It's a legendary venue. It's so cool. It's like a rock venue. I'm like, let me get the the June 8th Paul Virzi at the Gramercy Theater t-shirts going. We make them. They're great. The skyline of New York is in the t-shirts. And I was on stage for over an hour, had a great time, and I literally don't mention them. I don't mention them. I don't mention that we made a t-shirt. I don't mention that I have one. Now I've said it on podcasts or whatever, but like there's a crowd there. And there's a crowd there that, so they did have a setup downstairs with some t-shirts and we sold some t-shirts, but there are people that left the theater, walked out of the showroom and walked out of the front door without knowing that. And my wife wasn't happy, not because of the money, just because it's like, why would you go out of your way to make a t-shirt on a special night with the date on the t-shirt and your name in New York City and not mention it? So I'm going to find out if you were at the show where you could get them online. You're going to be able to get them online. So ridiculous. Bobby Kelly was making fun of me on Bone to Pick about it, but we make these t-shirts and I just don't mention them from the stage. So you had to go downstairs after the show and basically know me or go to the fucking bathroom or whatever to see that I was selling shirts. That's how ridiculously irresponsible I was with it. And that's your boy in a nutshell. I'm not going to lie to you. Pretty friggin' ridiculous, but the shirts are dope. The shirts say Virzi. The I is Gramercy Theater, says Gramercy Theater. Underneath is the date. I'll figure out where I could sell those, but unbelievable. And yeah, my wife was not happy. So we sold some and then I just came back with a box of shirts because I didn't tell the crowd. The crowd that, by the way, people were reaching out going, let me know about the shirts. And I just didn't. What can I say, guys? I'm the talent. I don't do these things. There should have been an announcement, but hey, I should have told somebody about that. Also, shout out to Sons of Sam Italian food truck in Massachusetts for hooking me up. Guys, you got to check out if you're in that area, the Sons of Sam. They sent me trays of lasagna. They sent meatballs. They sent their bread with meat on it, the stromboli, whatever you want to call it. It was amazing. Shout out to them. I also want to shout out the Soho Cigar Lounge, who dropped off a box of cigars to me before the show. Just amazing, man. New York shows me so much love when I'm here, and I cannot thank you enough. And God, I hope Deuce McBride stays a Nick. You know what I mean? I mean, that would suck, right? Deuce McBride, New York Knicks shows up, man, build a rapport with this guy, make him laugh, and then he's on the fucking Hornets. I hope that does not happen. But it was a great time, and if you did buy a ticket, I want to thank you guys so much. Now, I talked a little bit about this on the Bone to Pick podcast with Bobby. It was actually my bone. But I'm going to try to talk about this more because when me and Bobby do bones, it's quick. I do my bone, he does his bone. Everyone's trying to throw jokes in, whatever. But so there were people, friends, close friends, and people in my community that live in New York that have always wanted to, hey man, when you're in New York, I want to see you. tell my wife, hey, when Paul's in New York, because I'm always all over the place. This weekend, tomorrow, tomorrow and Saturday, I'm in Milwaukee. Then in July, I'm in Seattle. Like that's what happens. So when I am in New York, the one time a year or one time every 18 months I'm in New York, people go, hey, we want to see Paul. We want to check him out. We want to come to a show. So long story short, my wife says, hey, since there's a lot of people in our community, you got to go by yourself to the show. You got to take care of stuff beforehand. I'll go down with people. We'll get like a party bus. We'll go down in a big thing. We'll drink, we'll eat, we'll have a good time, meet you, and then you come back with us, but you go down, do your thing before the show. Fine. So I wait. I got to do my thing. I get my car service. I go down to the theater on my time, all that shit. And it's cool. It's cool. I'm waiting. I do the show. I see my wife. We go to the after party, and then we're on this bus. And it's a party bus. It's got cool lights. You could put things on it, food, drinks. Everyone's hanging out. There's music. And it is the bumpiest shit I have ever seen. It was like we drove over major, major potholes every fucking 40 yards. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I will go back. Look, I'm staring at this right now. So I will bring this out. It is the most unacceptable thing that I have seen or felt on a bus, on a luxury bus with friends. The night of my show, you want to be smooth riding, talking. I was fucking holding a black cherry white claw that was shaking like this. I mean, it was weird. Jumping up. If you're in the back, you're flying up. Your ass is coming off the pad. I had a buddy that had to stare out of the windshield and look at the road, or he was going to throw up all over his wife. I mean, this was unbelievable. I don't understand why they can't fix it. I don't understand why they don't make these things with a bigger wheelbase, a better suspension, better shocks. But holy shit. Honestly, I've never felt anything like that before. Now, I was on a tour bus once and it did feel like that. And I just don't understand why these bigger vehicles can't be made to either be lifted up with a better suspension. I just don't understand what the problem is, but it borderline ruined some people's times in the bus, which I just don't understand how that could be. It was nuts, man. It was like, what's going on here? I was sitting there trying to tell them, bang, like it felt like we got into a car accident. It felt like we got into a fucking car accident every 2 seconds. It was the weirdest thing. Guys just smiling. Oh, thank you, thank you. Like, thank you. Where's the fucking puke bags? What's going on here? I've been in airplanes that flew through storms. I didn't feel. I mean, we're on the ground. So that was a little bit of a damper. I'm not gonna lie. So we need to figure that out. If somebody on here has got a, I mean, I'm almost like, I swear to God, it was so bumpy. I'm thinking, should I invest in this? Should I invest in like a luxury party bus company where it's smooth and people have like, should that be like, should I do that? You know the way comedians and actors and people have side businesses and owners. I'm like, I hit my buddy up. I go, hey, should we start something? Should I start a business that's just like, just call it like smooth ride limos? Smooth ride luxury limos. And it's just, you coast, you don't feel it. You're on a cruise ship, baby. I need to partner up with Lexus and we need to come up with something instead of this bumpy ass fucking Flintstone ride that we were on. I've been on wooden roller coasters that weren't as shaky. That was really a problem. It was a little bit unbelievable, but anyway, we had a good time. It was just something that I really wanted to talk about because it seemed a little much. And I don't know if anybody else has been on those things, but like to see people going like, hey, you having fun? And they're like pale and swallowing often. And you're like, this person might throw up right now. And we're supposed to be on a fucking party bus enjoying ourselves. And they just have to stare. A handful of people were on Dramamine. I mean, this was fucking. Oh my God. It was a little much, man. But anyway, we had a good time. We got through it. And yeah, I got a bunch of t-shirts in my possession because I didn't tell people that I made them for a show specifically. The kids' schools are winding down, guys. If you're a parent and you're listening to this, the kids' schools, they're like some of you are a week out, some of you in the South are probably done. If you're in the Northeast, you maybe have finals next week, but my kids are about to wrap this puppy up early next week. And I'm looking forward to it because I'm not one of these guys. I'll be honest. I'm not one of these guys that likes when I'm not with my kids. I want to be with my kids, and I will tell you something, a little thing about me, something new that's going on. I was always this way, but now it's becoming a real issue. Guys, your boy is a big homebody. I want to be home. I want to either literally be doing my job or in my home. That's it. I rarely want to go out. If I go out, it's got to be to like my favorite places or I don't want to do it. I don't know if this is going to be worse as I get older. I think it might, but I don't care. I want to be home. I want to relax at home. I want to hang with my kids. Or when I do go out, it's got to be something fun with my kids. But I'm not like, oh, we'll go here. Let's go walk around for a while. You know, those people. Yeah, we'll walk around for a while, see what happens. You want to go to the park and just walk around? It's like, are you fucking nuts? Are you, I mean, what kind of psychopath goes, let's just go walk around a park? I mean, what am I? What do you want to do? You want to carve some walking sticks too? Some hiking sticks? You lunatics? Are you nuts? Um, that reminds me, I want to talk about something. And I want to dedicate this podcast to my late uncle. My uncle Robert passed away peacefully in his home a couple of days ago. And I wanted to talk about this because um, he was a good guy. He was a funny guy. And I'll tell you why he was funny because in 2009, they gave him like 6 months to live. In 2009, they gave him 6 months to live. And he looked at the doctor and he goes, nah, I'm going to live longer than that. I'm not, I'm going to fight. I'm going to live. And he went to 2024. So, granted, you got to give credit to doctors and science and medicine, but his attitude and his fight and his determination, all that. But like, I couldn't imagine being told, hey, yeah, you got a couple months. And then all of a sudden you're like, nah, I'm good, dude. You're nuts. Telling a doctor no. But he fought hard. He was a funny guy. He was a good guy. As a matter of fact, when I went to Charlotte, the last time I was in Charlotte at the Comedy Zone, they let him in early. He needed to be in early. He needed a seat. He needed to sit down and all that stuff. And they were cool with it. And I'm glad that I got to see him then, and I'm glad he got to see me perform. Hopefully, I made him laugh. Huge Yankee fan, just New Yorker through and through. Living in Charlotte, and passed away. Shout out to my aunt and my cousin. And but I just want to say that his fight and determination was inspiring. I always think about that. Would always ask about him, how he's doing, and yeah, it sucks for our family because he's he was a good guy, and he will be definitely missed. So shout out to my Uncle Robert and the family, and it was definitely I hated to hear it. I am glad that there is no, you know, suffering or pain, but I just wanted to do that. Don't I have a fun way of bringing down a comedy show or a comedy podcast? No, I just think it's important to talk about because I know some of you guys listening to this have people that you love and know, or family and friends of somebody that you know and love and that go through it. And all you could do is be inspired by the fight and the will and the determination, and thankful to the doctors and health workers. I got to be honest with you, man. I really, really believe this, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any teachers or anybody like that, but nurses, And I would say hospice nurses and just nurses in general that gotta like put a catheter in your dick and they gotta wipe your shitty ass when you shit all over the place in the hotel. I mean hotel in the listen, if you have a nurse in your hotel room, you're shitting all over the place, that's a different kind of party. I'm sorry. I'm not talking. She brings a hose and you're shitting all over the hotel room. I mean, that prostitute is a saint. No, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is like those people, because you think about people that get sick, right? And you think about all the gross stuff that goes with it. Okay, I told you guys the story. I was in a hospital. This old man had balls that inflamed. One of his testicles looked like a softball. And like on my way to the bathroom, he showed me under his gown. I don't know why. But you know, and you're realizing that a nurse has to deal with this, and a nurse has to wipe and bathe and take you to the and all that stuff, and they do it with a smile on their face. They honestly, a nurse to me is a little more angelic and closer to God than other people. Like they are like the saints on earth. um, Now I'm sure not all. I'm sure some are pieces of shit. I mean, I know somebody's going to write into the YouTube and go, "Yeah, except the doc where the nurse was killing people, Paul." You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to sneeze. Ew. Um, so hold on. That's the thing about a sneeze. A sneeze is the only thing where you got to be like, "Hold on, it's coming." All right, guys, before we continue with the show, we have to shout out our sponsor. It is the Freeze Pipe, everybody. It is amazing. Ever experienced the agony of harsh smoke, throat burning, and coughing after smoking cannabis? The struggle is real, but the solution is chili. That's right. I'm talking about the smoothest way to light up. That's with Freeze Pipe, guys. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers and bongs that are 80% colder than using ice cubes to chill smoke. The magic is freezable glycerin chambers that come with every piece. That come on every piece. Simply pop the chamber in the freezer for an hour, and as smoke passes through, instantly chilled by over 300 degrees. So every puff arrives ice cold and cough free. It's easier on the throat. It's awesome. I like it just because I'm not a huge smoker. And a big reason why I'm not a huge smoker is because I don't love coughing. I don't love all that stuff. But this is actually a way better solution. That's why it's a great product. And I think that the colder smoke on the throat is gives a better high. That's just me. Who knows though? What you mean? What do I know? Uh, but that's what I think. It's an American-owned company with over 100,000 happy customers. Ditch harsh smoke forever by visiting thefreezepipe.com. Use our code, the code for this show, and that's Virzi, Virzi, and you will get 10% off of your order. That's freezepipe.com and code Virzi for 10% off. Shop today for free shipping. It's going to happen. You don't do that with other things, really. Um, but no, man. And again, I think teachers are amazing. They help kids. They help kids develop. And a good teacher. Let's make sure we say good teacher that really helps in the development of people. That's really great too. But I got to be honest. When you're a nurse, there is something that you know you're signing up for. You know, you're the first in line, man. You're the infantry, you're going in. You're the ground trooper, you're going in. You're dealing with puke, shit, piss, vomit, people being mean to you. That's the other thing. I couldn't do that, man. I'm Sicilian. I'm Sicilian and Greek. I'm Mediterranean. That would get me mad. I'm trying to help you. And you got some old asshole going, "I don't like the way you did it." I'd be like, shut up, asshole. You're lucky I'm even here. Let you shit your pants. You keep talking shit. Dick, don't talk to me like that. I got to deal with your piss. I got to hear your pain in the ass wife yelling at me. Now you're yelling at me. You're soiling yourself. I'm changing your diaper. Dick, you're lucky I even let you live. So I don't know how these people do it. And they do it with a smile. It's okay. Thank you. I remember I was in the hospital. It was 2001. I had a surgery on my stomach, and it was a rough surgery. And they took out a mass. They took out this mass, this infection, which was next to my appendix. They took it all out. They were checking it. They were doing biopsies on it. And this woman, she would just come in at night, and she would just, when she gave me the medicine, she talked to me. She was nice. She did the catheter in the dick or pulled it out. And she was, as crazy as this sounds, she was like gentle with it. And she was so nice. And I remember laying there going like, who is this person that is helping me? Like, this is like a hero to me. This is incredible. It's like, how could you yell at this person? Well, then you have the nurses that like duct tape people and you find out they like are beating older people. Oh, it's annoying. Sneezing's annoying. The other day I sneezed like 8 times. Fucking annoying. I'm getting fired up for no reason. There's no reason to get fired up here at all. But yeah. So anyway, let's talk about my uncle. And if you're going through that and you know somebody going through that, my thoughts and prayers are with you. I'm sorry. And it sucks. And to all the nurses and all the people out there that are listening to this, that do that job, doctors and people that really care, man, God bless you, because that's a certain type of person. I think you find out you could do it though. Like, I guess there's only a certain type of person that can make people laugh for a living. I guess there's a certain type of person that is good with blood and cutting you open and dealing with organs and arteries, and they could just do it. I mean, there are certain people that can just do it. I was talking to this doctor. His job is to basically put people back together that got mangled in a car accident. If like a chunk of their shoulder is off and it's just blood and everything is exposed, like they just put the muscles back together, sew it together, and then it looks fine. There's like a little scar, and they put it back together. It's like there are some people that can just do shit that it's like, oh, that person's meant to do it. That person's meant to do it. And I really admire that shit because to me, if I was to go and literally talk to people, donate money, go to a foundation and talk to people, I would want to sit with nurses and doctors that have to deal with the hardest diseases, um, just sicknesses and also awful things dealing with people and that do it with a smile on their face. I would want to be around those people, talk to those people, give money for those people and all that stuff because they're just the best. And the older I get, the more I realize that like doing something that's really selfless for not a lot of money is a beautiful thing. And it's also a disgraceful thing because they deserve more money. There's no reason why a nurse should not be in a fucking big, beautiful, nice home with fucking nice cars and all the nice things when they go into the hospital and they do the shit that they do. I really believe that. A nurse should be making fucking bank. They shouldn't be like having to work another job and be a nurse. That's crazy to me. It really is. I'm not going to sit here and go, somebody could put a basketball through a hoop and well, the reason why they're making $30 million is because the amount of people that are watching, paying attention and paying. So they're just getting what the market is supposed to give them based on just the economics of the whole thing and their agent knowing, oh, these are what the numbers are. So I'm not trying to compare that. Okay. Um, but I almost brought the Knicks into this, but I'm not going to bring the Knicks into this. So what else do we want to talk about today? You guys listening to the Virzi effect. We have an ad today. We're going to do some ads. We got a bunch of shit to talk about today. Tom Brady, Hall of Fame inductee for the Patriots last night, had Jay-Z open. You know what I noticed when I saw that? I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jay-Z, if you watch it, Jay-Z was one of the performers for the Tom Brady Hall of Fame thing at Gillette Stadium in New England last night. And if you watch it, they got a smoke machine. And all of a sudden, the beginning of one of Jay-Z's hit song comes out. And you hear a couple of people Just, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bunch of rich white people in collared shirts, and you hear one dude go, "No way!" Like almost like, "Is that Jay-Z?" And Gillette Stadium was like not fully packed, but like had like 50 plus thousand people in it, and people are like mingling around, like just talking, and then all of a sudden Jay-Z's beat drops. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hope, and then boom, Jay-Z's there through the smoke, and it was just like people didn't go nuts. It was just like white people like, "Oh shit, that's Jay-Z. No way, that's cool." It was I'm sitting in myself going like, what level of star do you have to be? How big do you have to be to just not do a hell gig? It looked like a hell gig. It looked like Jay-Z was performing for a lot of people that just kind of didn't care. It almost looked like when you ever see like a Thanksgiving performance at football, the football Thanksgiving thing, where they're like, "All right, yeah, that's so and so." It was just like, it was almost like Tom Brady was walking by and just stopped and looked at him, waved, and like kind of kept walking. It wasn't a performance that it looked like a hell gig. And these people are just like sitting there unappreciative. I don't know. It really annoyed me. It's like, dude, that's Jay-Z, and he's doing one of his hit songs, and he's here for like, how about everybody stops? It was just a bunch of rich assholes with collared shirt. It really pissed me off. It did. I thought it was ridiculous. Um, it just lets you know, no matter, there's hell gigs always. There's always hell gigs. No matter how big of a comic, no matter how small that you're gonna do a hell gig. Because you know why? And I'm gonna tell you where the hell gig falls. Okay. It's a favor. Anytime you do a favor, the word favor, that's the name of this episode, baby. The name of this episode is Do Me a Favor. And you know what they said to Jay-Z? They were like, "Hey, Jay-Z, do us a favor. Would you mind doing Tom a favor? Would you mind coming out? The place is going to be packed. Would you mind coming out and doing a song just for Tom?" And he was probably like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll do that for Tom. It'll be great. The place is going to go." And no, watch it. Watch Jay-Z performs. You could see people in the front, not looking. Some not looking. Some treated it like it was like some local talent that they were giving a shot to, or won like a fucking rap contest. Like, "Yo, that's so and so. Tom liked them," and like it was crazy. Whenever you do a favor, get ready for it to not be great. "Hey, would you mind doing me a favor? Do you think you could just come down?" I'll give you an example. "Hey, you know what? We're moving. I don't need you to help us move. Okay. But we got this giant dresser. Do you mind doing me a favor? I need like four guys. Do you mind just like taking this thing? It's going to be like, but I just need like for one or two things. That's it." Then you go down there, and guess what? You're down there for fucking 2 hours. "You just do me a favor." You got to know when to say no to a favor. I have a local place. I'm not going to mention names, but they go, "Hey, we want to do a comedy night." And I kind of politely just like avoided it. And then I saw them again, and they were talking about a comedy night. And finally, I just said, "You know what? I don't perform where I live. I don't perform in the surrounding towns of where I live. My kids go to school here. This is my kids' community. I could say something that upsets people, and then my kids and me are judged forever in my community. I'd rather that happen to people outside of my community. I'm going to not do this where I eat and sleep and all that stuff." And you just got to know. But if they would have been like, "Hey, just do us a favor, just a real quick favor. Can you just come in and do some time?" Then I go on, I do some time. I look at a guy, he's got a stupid looking shirt on. I'm like, "Oh, look at this fucking guy. What is this guy transitioning and his thing?" And I just start making fun of this guy, joking, completely joking, having a good time with him. And I find out that it's my daughter's biology teacher. And now I got to deal with that. I got to go to a press conference. I got to go to a parent teacher conference, and I got to look at this guy and go, "Hey," every time I see him, "A nice shirt. You like that?" "Oh, this was going, I was kidding. Actually, I was just jealous. The only reason why I brought that up, I was just jealous of your shirt." Um, so say no to a favor unless it's a real loving, nice thing. But when it comes to a hell gig or something like that, you got to say no, guys. You have to make it to the point where they're like, "Oh, they're definitely going to say no to this. I'm not even going to attempt to ask him for this." Because no, I have allergies, guys. I know someone's go, "Oh, you're rubbing your nose." No, I don't do coke. I took a painkiller the other night, and it was an intense painkiller. And I said to myself the next day, oh, maybe I should do that again to help me sleep. And then I Googled that it doesn't really help you sleep because it's a drug and you're on some other drug and you're not really getting true, what do they call it? REM sleep or whatever. So I don't do drugs. I don't know why I had to say that just because I rubbed my nose. Well, we got some plugs to talk about. If you guys know that I have not been to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin has been on my list. Milwaukee, Wisconsin was on my list for my special. The people of Milwaukee, Wisconsin are incredible people. And your boy's going to be there tomorrow night and Saturday night. So this 14th and 15th of June at the Milwaukee Improv. I got added late. So I don't even know what to expect. I don't even know if many people know I'm going to be there. So tell a friend if you're in that area, bring a friend. Let me know because I cannot wait to get out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin this weekend. And then we are going to be in Seattle at Laughs Seattle on July 26th and 27th in Seattle. And on the 28th, I'll be at Mississippi Studios in Portland. And then in September 20 something, late, whatever, September, I will be at Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida. Then we have Rhode Island coming up. We have, what's another one coming up? We're going to be going to the Jersey Shore. We're going to be going to, what's the other one that we're going to? We're going to be going to Yonkers. If you missed me at the Gramercy, I'll be in Yonkers. All dates, paulvirzi.com. We have the special in the can. I'll be making an announcement about the special pretty soon, guys. All right, we're working that out. Just like I did on the last one, we got to figure some things out. Um, Talk about some things, and hopefully I will have some answers for that soon. Nocturnal Admissions will be on there on Netflix for a little bit longer, so I'll let you guys know when that's going to come off. And when that does come off of Netflix, it'll be available. The full special will be available for free on YouTube, I believe. But I don't know all of these things, so I probably shouldn't be talking about it because things are going to happen that are out of my control and my team deals with, and not me. They don't tell me anything, and I'm the one that performs and does it all, and I pay everybody. It's really not fair. Um, so there you go. I have t-shirts that I don't know what to do with. What else do we have going on here? Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it on the business uh front of things. All right, well, in the world of sports right now, it looks like the New York Yankees are unstoppable. I think they are right now just a fucking machine. And so much for the Dallas Mavericks giving the Boston Celtics a series. It is 3-0 Boston. I think Dallas tried to give Boston the best punch they could in game three. It didn't work out. And now I think you are looking at a sweep, or you're either looking at a sweep, or I think Boston in five tops. Maybe Dallas gives the fans something to cheer about in game four and they win a game, and then it goes to Boston 3-1 and Boston just wins it in five. But there's no way I could see Dallas coming back and winning four straight games to win this series. I just think Boston is too deep. They do not, other than Porzingis, they think about that. They're deep and they have one injury, and it's an injury to a guy that they've played without. So I think that the Boston Celtics are going to hoist up the trophy. Who else did we say rest in peace to? If I did not on the show, rest in peace to Bill Walton, rest in peace to Jerry West. And it looks like I'm gonna be ready to just wait for the Knicks to make some moves and be excited about the New York Knicks coming back. Joe Biden shit his pants. I believe he shit his pants. I watched the video. I don't want to believe that the president of the United States shit his pants on live on fucking at D-Day. At fucking D-Day, Mr. President, really? That's what those people were there honoring, and you bend over like a toddler, like an 18-month-old, and you make a face and you bend over and shit your pants because you don't know where you are. Really? Is that what happened? I mean, guys, I don't give a shit if you get mad at this and you're fucking thinking I'm being some fucking political. No, this is not a political podcast. I don't talk politics. I make fun of Trump. I make fun of Biden. The president shit his pants at fucking D-Day. I mean, what are we doing here? His wife's looking around. I mean, this is a comedy now. That's how fucking nuts our country is. We're so divided that people are looking the other way of the president of the United States at fucking Normandy at D-Day in France, standing next to the fucking French president, shit his pants and started wandering off, turned the other way from the thing, doesn't know where the fuck he is. I mean, holy shit, what's going on here? If anybody gets mad at me saying that, fuck you. How about that? Fuck you. The president of the United States should not fucking behave that way. I don't give a shit. Don't give me this, oh, Trump's a piece. Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the president shitting his pants and wandering around like a fucking toddler. It's fucking embarrassing, guys. It's fucking embarrassing. Okay? I stop with the shit that, oh, you shouldn't say people vote for him. Fuck you. I know you voted for him. And fine, it's your right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. This isn't a political statement. You don't bend over and turn the other way and wander off and have nobody say anything about it. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, man. I can't even believe that I'm watching the president lean over and make a face that I watched my children make when they shit their diaper fucking 14 years ago. My God. Oh, I mean, what the hell is it going to take? Things are so fucked up that Trump's not even doing the comb over anymore. He's not even fucking going to the side anymore. His shit's all fucked up in the middle now. He's just accepting it. Everybody. Oh my God, dude. You see Biden, I don't know what they did. They had some party on the White House lawn. It looked like a fucking, I don't even know what it looked like. It was strobe lights and everything. He's just like smiling, looking. It's like, put that kid to bed. Get that kid a nurse. Get fucking Biden a nurse. Put him in, give him some warm milk, and give him a fucking Tylenol or whatever. Just have him go to bed for a little while. Instead of shitting his pants in France next to the French president tried everything he could to keep it cool. He looked around. And if shitting your pants and wandering off isn't bad enough, how about the fact that during the horns ceremony and all that stuff, he turns in the wrong direction and his wife is just looking at him? I mean, what's going on? God, dude, it is. It's bad out there, guys. It's oof. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, the kid's son smoking crack. I mean, fucking the Republican nominees getting fucking indicted. I mean, felony charges. Kid shitting his pants in France. I mean, I mean, uh, what can you do? What can you do, guys? Who knows? Who knows? Um, let's get into some. Let's get into some movie talk. I watched a movie the other day, and then Bobby Kelly and I were talking about we were on Bone to Pick, and then actually I was on Bonfire. Shout out to the people. Shout out to Christine and Lou and Jacob and the people on Bonfire. I co-hosted Bonfire with Bobby Kelly yesterday when we were talking about great sequels. And I said, and we've talked about this on the show before, but I'd like you guys to write in best sequels if you know. But the best sequels we were talking about, I said, of course, um, Godfather 2, Top Gun Maverick, both incredible sequels. Rocky 2 was a great sequel. I guess you could say the silly movies like Airplane 2 and Naked Gun, Naked Gun 2.5 or whatever, like they're because they're just silly. So I think like movies like that where it's like every 30 seconds is a joke, it's not going to be some blockbuster, Oscar award winning movie, but I'm just trying to think of other sequels that were like really, really good. And then there were some sequels that just didn't, that missed the mark that like I thought like I wanted Dumb and Dumber 2 to be really, really good. And it kind of just, it had moments, but no. Coming to America 2, Eddie's one of my heroes, so I'm not even going to talk. I'm not going to talk. Um, Now, Beverly Hills Cop is the second one. No, I'm just trying to go through like classics. But if you guys know any sequels that were lived up to the first one or even surpassed, please let me know. Right in to the Virzi effect, or you could put it on the YouTube channel. I have my producer, the great Andrew Themlis, the Greek freak, the Beverly Hills Kid. We will have him go through them, and we will read them out on next time. So I don't know what other movies come to mind that were as good. I mean, and it has to be good. Like Godfather 2 was so good, a lot of people like it more than Godfather 1. Top Gun Maverick was so good that it's just like equal to the first one, but it almost had like sicker moments. And with technology, with since it was like a flight thing, like the flight of the jets, it being so much better technology that you could say that one was better. Rocky 2, he gets up at the end and wins and becomes the champ. So some people can say that was better. That's the type of sequel I'm looking for. Not, oh, this one was okay. No, no, no. I'm not talking about okay. I'm talking about like mind-blowingly good sequel. Actually, hold on. You know what? I'll do it with you guys on here right now. Let's do this. Let's take it further. Let's take it further and let's Google what people. I'm going to do it right here. Probably should have had this written out, but I don't have a producer, so it's just me. Best sequels of all time. Here we go. You ready? Okay. Godfather 2, Batman Returns, The Color of Money, Spider-Man 2, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but I don't know if that was the second one. Okay, now they're getting into some wild ones. Aliens, Back to the Future, Harry Potter, Star Wars. Okay. Scream 2, absolutely not. Somebody said here it says Kill Bill 2, Shrek 2. Ooh, Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2, I will put, ooh, um, you know what? How about Bad Boys 2 and Lethal Weapon 2 and Toy Story 2? All right, so yeah, I guess you could say, what was it? Return of the Jedi was Return. Oh, no, no, Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. No, Empire Strikes Back was Star Wars. Somebody would say that one, so you could look at it like that. But let me know if I'm missing one. I'm sure I'm missing one, and I'm sure there are some horror movie sequels where the second one was better. I just don't think Scream fits into that one. You know what I mean? I just don't. Um, and then yeah, and then you can't do it too late where the actors are just like so older and it just doesn't really. I kind of think you got to kind of go with the momentum of the writing. I think if you let a decade go by and then you look and then try to like write it again, it could be forced. Where it's like The Godfather, they were probably able to get right back into it. Same with Rocky. You notice that although Maverick, they waited really long but went with the blueprint of the first one. And I think that that's why it worked out. Anytime you go with the blueprint of what people liked, but change it a little bit, it's going to work. Oh, shit. Okay. Anyway, there we go. Guys, this has been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I'm supposed to be in the studio with somebody. All right. We had somebody in there and we had to use them for something else. And it's been a crazy week. I finished up the Gramercy. I had a bunch of stuff to do, and I could not get a guest. See, this is the thing, getting a guest down the city. I'm working on another studio up here in Westchester. We will have another one, but spread the word, please. Please comment, spread the word about the Virzi effect. If I know you guys like the solo ones, so I'm gonna just try to keep doing this the best I can. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm giving you guys free content. Um, but I'm out of here. I love you guys. Come and see me at a show, paulverzi.com. Spread the word about the shows. Spread the word about my podcast. Spread the word about me. And thank you guys so much. Milwaukee, I will see you tomorrow and Saturday. Come up, say hi. I don't know. Maybe I'll just fucking give you guys free t-shirts. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time on the Virzi Effect. I love you. And who knows what I'll be next week, studio or solo. See you guys soon. Take care.